Here I want to talk about some theory, a little bit of an idea that I have as to what's going on with AMC and where we could be going next. Now, as I said, it is theory, it's nothing more, it's just my personal opinion. Do not take it too seriously, as it is only speculation, but I do want to give you guys a bit of an idea of what I think may be coming next for AMC and what I am personally preparing for. Now, as always, this isn't financial advice, do your own research, it's only my opinion, but if you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because on the channel, we cover all sorts of stuff on AMC. We do DD, we give opinion like this, and we do all sorts more. So again, you will enjoy it. Do subscribe if you can. Right, I want to get into this one by talking about what's going on in the markets as a whole today, because it is some very important context. The markets are all crashing, and if you can see this on your screen here, you're going to be seeing the major indices. So we're seeing things like the S&P fall, the Dow as well. All of these are falling now, but we are seeing this pattern now forming. We're coming down, we're hitting a bottom, and now we're coming back up. And a lot of the stocks are, of course, following this as they are constituent of this index, so index is constituent of them. So you would expect the patterns to be somewhat similar. And again, that is kind of what we're seeing with AMC. We're hitting that bottom in the day, and it's bouncing up, again, just like what we're seeing on the charts over here. So really, whilst the percentages may be different, the general theme that we have is AMC is and has been for the past 5 days and month following the wider markets, right? The markets have been dropping, so has AMC, and that is one thing that I do not expect to change for a while. Now, of course, if the Moass does come, and when the Moass does come, it will inevitably break out of the market pattern, because the markets will be going down and this one will potentially be going up. But I think in the next few days we should prepare for what's to come. Now, that gives us a bit of an idea of what I'm expecting, but I want to give you, therefore, my view on the wider market and what I'm expecting to happen over here. Now, already people are hinting towards a market crash, and I think it's not impossible. I'm not going to say it is or isn't happening, because, you know, that's for you to decide, but the 2022 period that we've been in for a few days now, actually a few weeks even, it's not looking too good, is it? I mean, there's barely even been any green days in the market as a whole, and January is shaping up to be a bad month. Now, it is 50-50, as I said. On the one hand, I can say this, and there'll be other people who think, oh well, it's having a bit of a correction, it's going to come back up into February. I'm not too bothered what your opinion is, but I do think there is more red to come in the market. I think we should. I actually think AMC is going to follow that trend as well. It's not a bad thing, really, if we are prepared for it. So with that being said, of course, I could be wrong, but I am anticipating more drops. I mean, when we saw 19 for the first time, some people thought that was the bottom. When we saw 18, etc, etc. Now, I did always say that 14 was a possibility, and now that we've gone to 14, you know, I did say that as a very bottom end estimate, but now that we've actually done it, you know, to my surprise, I'm going to say that we could go even lower than that, possibly. And of course, like I said, I don't want to sound too negative. I am pretty much all in on AMC, as you guys will know, so I'm not bearish at all, but I think we should be realistic, right? It's not impossible now that this one could drop down to 15 again, down to 14, maybe 12, maybe 10, maybe even 9. And I think 9 is a good number for the hedge funds. I'm not going to say it is or isn't happening again. I must reiterate that one. This is only my opinion. But the reason why I say 9 is because it is a rough looking figure. Is 1. You know, if it's 9, is 1 figure here instead of 2. Psychologically, that gives us a big difference in the head, even if it makes no difference between 11 and 9, for example. You know, it does look big on paper. And that could be a last-minute tactic to potentially scare some people out. So, again, whilst I am a big fan of AMC, I think we could be seeing lower days in the future. And as I said this morning, I am preparing on the sides. I do have some funds lined up. I'm not going to be jumping into AMC just yet with even more funds. As I have said before, I have the majority of my funds in here, but I do have a bit that I've saved up since when I initially bought in at 14 the first time. But yeah, I have a bit saved up. I'm looking to potentially even average down on that 14, but we'll just have to see how we go. But yes, I am feeling quite bullish on AMC in the mid-term, but I think in the short term, we definitely should prepare ourselves. You know, this week could be looking to be a rough one. It definitely is looking so on the whole markets, so why would AMC be any different particularly? I don't think it will. I think it is possible that we could be seeing more drops to come, and therefore we should all mentally prepare. Now, I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section, because again, this is a little bit of one of those topics where people are 50-50. Some are feeling like AMC's hit its bottom this morning, and some are feeling like we're going up even higher. And of course, I do love to follow that ideology, but I also believe every single time that we believe it's going to bounce and go higher, It has done that for a small period of time, like what we're seeing today, but then come the next day, come the next hour, whatever, it started to drop again. So, I am just preparing for the worst case scenario. 9 does sound pretty low, and you may have a differing opinion, but I think it does sound like a nice round number that the hedge funds would probably want this one to reach. And if market forces take it there, as in, if the market's looking weak anyway, as it clearly is, and the market continues to drop, it wouldn't really take many more days with 2, 3, 4% drops across the market to see this one come down to the prices at 12, at 11, maybe even at 10 or 9. So, in the next week it is something which possibly could come into fruition, and it could be a last minute scare tactic. Now, of course, you may disagree. I must keep saying that because I know there's going to be some angry people in the comment section. I'm not saying it to be bearish on AMC. I am still a big fan, of course, but we should prepare ourselves for every eventuality. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. Don't forget that, guys. Be careful out there. Do your research, come to your conclusions, and don't risk more than you're willing to lose. I'll be back with you guys in a bit, so goodbye until then. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.